Testing.
Very good afternoon to one and all present here. First and foremost, I am offering my sincere pranams to Lingaike Jagadguru Shri Shri Dr. Shivaratri Rajendra Mahaswamiji Gadavaru. I am seeking the blessings of His Holiness Jagadguru Shri Shivaratri Deshi Kendriya Mahaswamiji Gadavaru. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. With this quotation, myself Bhavya from Department of Mechanical Engineering, I am here to introduce today's session speaker, Karunya Sagar Dasa Swamiji. Swamiji has joined the vibrant ISKCON Bangalore in the year 1996 as a full-time missionary. While he was doing civil engineering from MS Ramaya Institute of Technology in Bangalore, he became interested in the message and mission of Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of ISKCON. Later he joined the ISKCON organization as a full-time missionary member. Swamiji is serving ISKCON movement more than 25 years. Swamiji was setting the Akshaya Patra midday meal program in Mangalore, which is feeding around 15,000 government school children every schooling day. Swamiji was also heading the youth development services ISKCON, Mangalore, Manipal and Kodichkodai in Kerala. Swamiji has conducted many personality development programs for the youth like Art of Mind Control, Power of Habit in many professional colleges like NITK, Suratkal, MIT Manipal, NIIT institutions, STM institutions, NIT and Kochikode, NIE Mysore Medical College and many other reputed institutions. Swamiji is also involved in counseling and guiding many families and students. Swamiji conducts many Satyasam programs and Bhagavad Gita classes for corporates and professionals and families. I welcome you, sir, for this wonderful session. I request Vidya ma'am to welcome our speaker. participants who are sitting with patience for this session. I hope will be beneficial from this session with the topic Art of Mind Control, which is the basic part of our life. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We'll begin with a small prayer before we get into the session. Namamo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. A warm welcome to all the students for this techniques of mind control, the art of dealing with the mind. So before we get into the session, I request, in case you have your mobile, you can put it in silent mode or in flight mode. It just take about 10 seconds time, in case you have. And if you have to attend to urgent call, then you can silently move out, attend the call, you can come back.
Keep it in silent mode.
And I would encourage the students to intervene me at any point of time if you have a point of clarification, and make it more interactive, and let it not be a one-sided lecture, because more of a practical application. This is not a mind theory seminar, it is a practical workshop. Although we are not going to have an activity today because of the paucity of time, but it is more from the application viewpoint which we are going to talk about than the mind theory, wherein you have a lot of books in the world out to talk about the mind theory, the brain theory, enough is there. But how do we apply that in our life? And what are the practical challenges we face in our life? The theory is different and reality is different. So therefore we will try to explain some of these points from collected from the contemporary scientists and even from ancient texts of wisdom. So we dedicate today's session to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, the founder actually of ISKCON. How many of you know ISKCON, by the way? Okay, full form of ISKCON, anyone? Anyone volunteer? Can you know the full form of ISKCON? Then abbreviated is an acronym. What is the full form? Okay, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So we wanted to, Swami Prabhupada has started this movement across the world to bring about peace, harmony, and unity among all sections of people across the world, and to have a meaning and purpose in life, especially the human form of life. The human form of life is very rarely attained. That's a big subject to discuss. We're all human beings now and advanced human beings, but then to get to this state is a long run which we all work for, and we've been successful enough to get this human form with a lot of wonderful assets being endowed or gifted to us by the Almighty Lord. So how do we make the best use of the gift called the human body is what this session is all about. So Swami Prabhupada took this message across the world and really transformed people's life across the world. So today's agenda would be need for controlling the mind. What is the need for controlling the mind? Somebody may not even bother. In fact, most of the time in our life, we don't even think about the mind, although we use the mind 24/7. Even intelligence you may not use all the time, by the by. But as far as mind is concerned, we are utilizing mind 24/7. Even in your sleep. We'll talk about that. Then let's understand the mechanics of mind, because you're all engineering students. It's quite interesting to know about the mechanics of mind. But we may just talk summarily, not in a detailed manner, because it's just an introduction which we are touching today. There's a huge subject available about the mechanics of mind in the ancient literatures. And then we'll delve into methods of mind control, which is the practical aspect of our purpose of gathering today. Okay, so why is it necessary to control our mind? We will have this session little interactive, wherein students also get an opportunity to answer. You may be right, you may be wrong, you may be partially right, partially wrong, that doesn't matter. It's important that we are proactive and we are dynamic. So that breaks the monotony in life and gives you opportunity to learn. Learning is a big curve and there's no end to learning. Even after you complete your studies officially, our entire life we keep learning. So therefore there is nothing to worry about whether I'm right or wrong. Nobody's right all the time, nobody's wrong all the time, right? But then you can improve from the wrongs to the right by inquiry. You can increase your wisdom by inquiry. Then you really advance. Advancement in society or in civilization happens only by inquiry, not otherwise. And greater the inquiry, greater is your knowledge, greater is the advancement of civilization. And depending on the quality of inquiry, the quality of the question which a person puts across, you can know, you can gauge the civilization. You can gauge the person. So therefore, but first of all it begins with inquiry about things, and then improving the quality of that inquiry or questioning. So that improves the quality of our life. And if we are fortunate enough to get the right person to give the right answer, then we are very blessed, because we go to the next level. Just like you come to the college, hoping that you gain great education, insights. Otherwise, books are there in the internet. But why do you come to college? Because we want the professor's insights on the subject. Otherwise, there are PDFs today, practically lakhs of PDFs are there. There are some websites. Some apps are there wherein they boast that they have 1 lakh PDFs of this and that and all. No doubt it might be true. But then why do you come to college? Why do you have to get to meet a professor? You don't get an insight from the book what you read. That you should get from the person who is practicing what is there in the book. So therefore that becomes important. So inquiry from the right person. That's why you come to this esteemed institution in this part of the world. You got a great reputation, great teachers, and you learn something valuable from them. So why is it necessary to control our mind? By the by, anybody knows what is mind? Everybody talks about mind. What is mind? What is mind?
Our thoughts.
Thoughts, good. Then, yes, you are right. Anything else? But what is mind? Mind means emotions, feelings, expressions, what you feel, your emotional, your entire emotional content of your life is actually coming from the mind, originating from the mind. Desires, We plan so many things, we desire so many things, we dream so many things, right? Where is it originating from? It is from the mind. That's why I'm talking about the mechanics of the mind. We have this body, along with this body, it is incorporated with mind, intelligence and ego. So totally there are 4 things which makes the complete unit called this human body. Or for that matter, any species, could be a reptile, could be bird, beast, aquatics. You have the body, the mind, intelligence and the ego. All put together is one unit. So the physical body we have, with which we are working, again there is division, which we may not go into. And then we have the mind, which is the source of all, the breeding ground for desires, dreams, feelings, thoughts, emotions. So that is mind. And intelligence is the department of discrimination. So, to discern what is right from wrong, what is good from bad, and whether I should do this or not. So that's the intelligence department which discerns right to the wrong, whether am I on the right track or not. Because many times emotions will mislead us, our feelings will mislead us, moods. These are all the mental. We feel good mood, bad mood, right? So these are all the mental game. What we call as the mental game. Actually, why are we discussing this subject? Because either you use the mind or the mind uses you. So you play a game with the mind or the mind will play a game with us. So we have to take a call who wants to play the game here, who wants to be the leader of this game of life. Whether you want to be the leader or you want the mind to be the leader. In today's session, we want the mind to assist us in our game of life for higher value, higher goals, higher achievements, higher thoughts, ultimately leading to peace, joy, happiness, contentment, satisfaction. So mind is a tool given to us. So it's completely in an individual's hand how he uses the tool to achieve his goal. Just like we all do experiments, right? As engineering students, we go to the lab. So the apparatus is given, the tools are given, the equipments are given in the right condition, the fit condition, working condition, and then left up to the student how he is going to complete the experiment with the apparatus and tools. Exactly that mind, intelligence, his body, they're all the tools, the infrastructure given to us. But what you make out of that is individual response to that. Just like I can give you brick, cement, steel. What do you make out of that? And sand. As small children, go to the beach. Of course, Mysore we don't have. But then, or even Sringapatnam, we have this Kaveri river. So you go near the river bank, there's a lot of sand is there in the beach. And then sometimes we make, as small children, we make some nice buildings with the sand. So small structure, isn't it? So what you make is in your hand. So we have the building block material. See, this entire university campus has come up beautifully. Somebody has conceived it. Somebody has conceived it. I mean, it is just brick, cement and steel and POP and some electrical wires and some LED lighting system. Now you just, when the material comes from the source, it is just stocked in one corner. Or it can be added. But then somebody has gathered it systematically, structurally, conceived it, and then brought out different blocks of this university. Isn't it? So now you see a beautiful campus. The materials are same. But how do you align the materials? It's very important. It's exactly like that. We have amazing tools. Why the human life is very valuable and treated as very precious. What is it that we are greater than the other species? What are we thinking that we are great about? Even they have mind, the other species. Reptiles, birds, beasts, aquatics, even they have mind, they have body, they have intelligence. You think they don't have? What is different? It is in organizing, in structuring, in developing. That makes a difference. So it is God's gift to us, so we should use it at best. So therefore it is important to control the mind. Control the mind meaning not exactly control, but the utility of the mind. The end goal is important. To achieve that, then you really have to utilize. Just like there is a saying, sweat the asset. You heard this in management? The term called sweat the asset. That is for what? Just like Swami Prabhupada, our Acharya used to give this example. You have a Mercedes Benz. You might have purchased brand new, right out of the showroom, and put in the garage. Since 1 year it is locked up in the garage. So what is the use of buying a Mercedes Benz? It is just in the garage since 1 year. You not just sweat the asset. And it gets depreciated even before you use it. Does it make sense? Is it wise? Isn't it? So exactly like that, you should use it. You got Mercedes Benz, just roam around. Have a good ride. It's meant for a jolly ride, meant for reaching your destination, fulfilling your dreams, take you to the destination of your dreams. For what? Otherwise, it's meant to be in garage. It as well be in the showroom warehouse also. So, exactly, we have a beautiful instrument called the mind. And we have to we have to sweat this asset of the mind in the right way. So this mind brings about to the power of n thoughts. It's like this wind, breeze, keeps on, blowing. Nobody keeps track of that. So these thoughts are continuously coming one after the other in our mind without any effort. Without any effort. Constantly you are thinking about something. Even while sitting here, even while I am talking. Isn't it? But that's the function of the mind, to produce thoughts. But the interesting point is, what kind of thoughts? Do you have control over those thoughts? As of date, maybe some of you might be good at it, but then I am telling as a general note, by and large, what thought comes, we have no idea, no clue. 5 minutes from now, what are you going to think? Have you planned it? Have you planned it 5 minutes from now? What you are going to think about? Very rare. You can count in fingers how many people in the world count their thoughts, control their thoughts, structure their thoughts. What am I going to think? What is my subject matter of thinking? Every great person in the world has not come by chance or by fluke or by like a good lottery. Oh, there's a good lottery today I had. 1 crore I had hit. It's not a lottery to become a CEO of a big reputed company or a company secretary. It's not by chance. It's not good luck. It is hard work. It's not good luck. I think Madam made that point in the introduction. So, time and tide wait for no man. There's a famous saying in childhood we used to hear this: time and tide wait for no man. You may be the Prime Minister of the country, President of the country. Doesn't matter. Time just moves. There's a famous statement by a great former politician called Chanakya Pandit. You might have heard his name. Ayusham kshanamo ekopi nalabhya koti swarnabhihi. Maybe some of you might have heard this verse. It's a very interesting statement by this famous politician. You cannot purchase a second which has passed in time, even if you are willing to pay 1 crore gold coins. 1 crore gold coins I am willing to put down on the table. Right across the table I can give you there will be 1 crore gold coins. Can you get back 1 second of my time? So that is the value of time. We can just imagine a hell lot of time we waste in life. I'm using this word particularly just to stress really, time really, and how much time has gone in our life. And the culprit of all these things is the mind. Just time flies off. But then if you have hold over the time, that means, it actually means you have hold over your mind. You can't have hold over your time anyway. It means you should have hold over your mind. Then you have hold over the time. Then you dictate things. Otherwise, time will dictate us. Time will just pass. So many thoughts are coming. This is a famous thought. Watch your thoughts. They become words. From the mental level, it comes to the verb. It means from the mental level, it comes to the verbal level. I'll come to this. I'll explain this a little more. Then watch your words. They become actions, and watch your actions, and they will become your habit. In the Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter, very interestingly, it is described. Every productivity in this world, be it mechanical, civil, engineering, science, nanoscience, biotechnology, could be anything. Politics, development, expansion, could be anything to anything in the world. Everything is conceived first in the mind, in a subtle way. There's a thought process, there's a planning in the mind, there's a structuring in the mind. Then that takes a gross form later on, in the action form much later. So that's why what you think is very important, because eventually it will turn to action. And eventually it will become your habit or your what's called as nature. Then there's a thing in English that habits die hard, right? You've heard this many a times. Habits die hard. Meaning to say, it takes a lot of time for something to get cultivated as a habit. It doesn't happen overnight. Again, to break the habit also takes a certain time. So that means, if there's a forward cycle, there's also a reverse cycle. That's a good part. So sometimes we always as students, or even as, not just students, because it is nature of human. We are persons, we have a certain quality, certain way we behave, we respond, or we react. Now we say it has become our nature. It has become our nature. What's the words in English? It has become your nature. That means it was not you. Has become, in English grammar, if you track, it has become yours. That means it was not yours. You made it yours. You can detach yourself from that also by the reverse engineering. So how you made it, same you reverse the cycle. That's all. Any habit is like that. So you may be addicted sometimes to wrong habits, unfortunately, but you can easily come out. The habits become your character, and that becomes your personality. Becomes your personality, but actually it's not your personality. You made it part of your personality. It was not that. Essentially, all of us are ideal souls, ideal divine beings, as the creation of God goes. Just like we said, factory setting. No, not perfect. Then in the course, we meddle with things and then things change. Just like, that's why we call it as resetting button we press, right? That's what we are doing today. We are trying to do the resetting button today. So factory setting. Every one of us sitting here, not sitting here, are all ideally created with the best infrastructure. All of us have the same mind. All of us have the same brain, same intelligence, by the way. But everybody becomes different in life. Because the tools given, the equipment given, it depends on you. Just like the same lab, out of 25 marks or 50 marks, somebody may get 20, somebody may get 21, somebody may get 25 or 21. The apparatus is the same, the experiment is the same. So the tool is with you. Now its full freedom is given to you to utilize. Exactly like that. These tools, by the blessings of God, is given to us indiscriminately. No partiality. Each one of us sitting here, because most of the time we think that I am not blessed, I am not blessed, I am not blessed. It's an evil talk to yourself. This is called evil talk. The devil talking to you. It's called the devil's words. Watch the devil's words. Because we always think that, oh, I don't have. But that's not true at all. You have. The devil is covering it up. You just got to wake up. And watch your character, that becomes your destiny. So in other words, God didn't create a destiny, which most people think. We have created our destiny. God doesn't create destiny. God sanctions the destiny, but doesn't create the destiny. Got the point? So we can't blame God in that sense. Because we created, and proposal is ours, sanction is God's. Just like I write the exam, the examiner will put the marks, but I wrote the exam, right? Similarly, so I led my life. The marks was given by God, that's okay, but I wrote my life. The script is by me. That's why be careful writing your own script. So you have Krishna, the Lord has given you all the possibility and blessings to write your script. And He has given guidance. Every religion gives guidance. How to write your script. A beautiful story for you. Suppose if I tell you write a story of your life. You think so deeply, right? To make it best possible story. Isn't it? Yes. But where did the story originate from? Emerge from? The mind. Because the mind is as I said, all the dreams, the desires originate from the mind. So what you wish to become is actually originating from the mind. Therefore this mind is a very important subject in our life. It's very close to the soul. So that's why, so your destiny is in your hand. So let's do it nice and best. Let's give our best. Today, we are able to control satellites in space. It's a good achievement. But more important than controlling satellites or knowing the mechanism or the electronics of satellites or getting to know more about space, it is more important to know our inner space than the outer space. There is actually no relevance to us, so to say. In some aspects it has got relevance, but for most part, the inner space is more relevant in our life. Inner space, I mean your own personal life. So we are controlling satellites in space so meticulously, but we have no idea and clue about, first of all, what is mind, and then mechanics of the mind, and then how to control, techniques for controlling the mind, which is our equipment to produce the result for the experiment. Just like you go to the lab, there's no apparatus given, no equipment given. What are you supposed to do then? So like that. So but the tools are given, now it's in our hand, as I described earlier. Like that, mind is there, which is the most important tool for our growth, and we have to carefully handle it and learn how to handle it. Learn the mechanics of the mind. So mind is compared sometimes to a wild horse with such tremendous energy that it races round and round constantly, never stopping, day and night, as I said earlier. Even while sleeping, the mind is working. Either you're in dream state, mind is working, or in a dreamless state, still the mind is working. So mind is working 24/7. So when we learn to focus our minds and control our thoughts, then we can produce amazing results. We may have a dream, but then it only remains a dream, right? For some of the people. But some of them are able to chase their dreams and achieve their end. Why not me then? If it is possible for him, why it is not possible for me? So usual mechanics of the mind. Either sometimes by knowledge, conscious knowledge of the mind, mechanics of the mind, he is able to achieve his dreams. Sometimes by good fortune. When I say good fortune, I mean some good deeds which are performed even without knowing the mechanics of the mind. It is good karma. Everything goes right in his life. Good. That is the past credit which he had earned. But it's good to know the process. How to earn the credits then? Because you earned it sometime. Now you lost that science, that art of earning credits. So it's good to learn the art of earning credits in our life, which creates good karma, wherein you can actually chase and fulfill your dream. Otherwise, we see most people, everybody doesn't become PM. How many contestants are there? Everybody doesn't become a CM. How many contestants are there? So there are so many other factors also, which is revolving around the person for achieving his destiny. For achieving his destiny will be achieved at any cost. But achieving his dream is not possible. Achieving destiny is a necessity. It will happen, but not dream. Dream, you have to put in some additional effort. You have to earn the credits. The credits is good thoughts, good conscience, good consciousness, and hard work. Only hard work doesn't pay. Many other factors also pay back. But hard work is a major part. God's blessing is another major part. So today, we are able to control satellites, but then along with that there are some hidden facts. So much advancement has taken place. Nanotechnology, robotic surgery, digitalization, even robotic farming. So much development has taken place. But that's highly appreciable. But what is difficult to see is, along with that advancement of technology, science, medicine, improving the span of life. I mean span of life. I didn't say, did you note? I didn't say quality of life. We've increased the span of life, but we didn't improve the quality of life. We've increased the gadgets and technology, but then we have decreased our satisfaction and happiness. So, therefore we see here, always on the rise in the graph, violence, terrorism, murder, suicide, corruption, mental stress, rape, divorce. The list is endless basically. So what is the root cause of all these many evils in the society today? There is such an advanced society, so much of advancement, material advancement has taken place in the past century. And we always boast of that advancement, right? Within quotes, in one sense it is true that we have made advancement in many fronts. But why are evils in the society continuing and always on the rise? Is that a good sign of a society? We saw the previous slide. Is that a good sign? Increase of divorce rates, rape, corruption, drug addiction, violence, murder, suicide. Even in educational institutions, so many sweet children, students, they commit suicide. Why? There's so much dreams to chase, so many wonderful things to achieve in life. But suicide ends all of that, no? All of those dreams. So why do you commit suicide? So why these evils are increasing exponentially? It's a fact. There's no balance in his mind. It's called the emotional balance in life. The emotional quotient. Suddenly you go for a checkup, health checkup, BP checkup, cancer, all these kind of things. There are parameters, right? Whether it's high or low, your BP, or for everything there's a parameter. Whether it's high or low or it is neutral. So like that, these are all uncontrolled emotions. So it just blasts out. Not able to do much in society or in life, so we end up doing such things. Dissatisfaction, discontentment, because of uncontrolled mind. No balance. He has no control. Just like a driver when driving the car, you have no balance. It's exactly like that. But that is more gross, you are able to appreciate. This is more in the mind, world of mind. We call it as subtle. The world of mind. You have no control. We have no idea of holding that steering of the mind. We have no idea. Suppose you are speeding up, and then somebody says, no, better slow down, and then you have to press the brake. You have no idea how to control. And then you just ram the brake. That's what happened then. So going at 120 kilometers, you just put a sudden brake will happen. It's a serious thing. The car will turn. Lose total balance. To gradually put the brake. So you should know the mechanics. Looks simple example, but it strikes us for you to appreciate. Exactly, if the mind is running fast, we say, no, better slow down, slow down, slow down. Now, how do you do that? Because when the mind is raging like that, you cannot study. Sometimes you have seen when you open the book, mind is running at 280 kilometers, Mercedes Benz, Rolls Royce. So it really doesn't go there. 1 hour you are in front of the book, you are not completed one paragraph. We have experienced that, right? And I have also experienced. So, slow down, Baba. Prabhu, why do you slow down? What do you mean? No clue. That was a joke. A car was speeding, the same example, say 200 kilometers per hour. And then you have to slow it down. So then somebody suggested in the car, so 4 friends were going, hey, catch the wheel, catch the wheel. What do you mean? You have to actually apply the brake, not catch the wheel. You can slow down by catching the wheel. No doubt. Is that the way? Or would you apply the brake? So you should have mechanics. It's a simple example, but looks stupid, right? Yes. Our life also we many times act very stupidly because we don't know. Not criticizing. I'm just talking the mechanics. Nothing personal. Don't take anything personal in life. Be more objective in life, then you stand to grow a lot. We're talking about mechanics, right? This doesn't work like this, it works like this. And that's all as simple as that. So we say mind is an instrument given to you. Sometimes people come and you feel very upset, right? In Tale Saril and all like that, sometimes people say. So you become very disturbed. So you say your brain is guy. You become very disturbed. How can you make that remark? He's talking with the instrument, Baba. Why are you getting upset? You are a spirit soul. All perfect creation of God. The instrument, the settings are little not okay. So you can set it. You can reset. You can reset. We're all engineering students. You can appreciate that. The settings have gone wrong. Just reset the settings. That's all. But what happens is the other person adds an emotional content to that. So that disturbs the equation there. If it just says you are not studying properly, you are not applying your intelligence, that's fine. But then they'll add emotions to that. So that emotions agitate us. They'll add masala. Just like when it's a wound, okay, fine, I can get it treated. But if you put chili powder, that's called the emotion. So you can just say you're not up to the mark, that's fine. this for his case. He's not going to make up. I know him, no, from day one I'm seeing him, no. These are all the chili powder which we're adding up, the masala. So that agitates. Still, if you know the mechanics of mind, he's talking about the instrument, not me. Okay, the instrument is not me. Let me set everything. So mind is an instrument for us to use. The soul. Intelligence is an instrument. Body is an instrument. Like a car not performing well. Fine, I'll take it to the garage. Either I know to set it, to plug in the problem, or I can take to an expert, a mechanic who will set it right. Similarly, either I know to deal my mind, or I go to an expert, mind coach. Just like if you learn cricket, it's not that everybody is born a cricket star or a cricket, great cricketer. You require a coach. So you require a mind coach. You require a life coach. But we don't take a mind coach, intellectual coach, life coach. Then you'll be handicapped. You'll be handicapped. You cannot grow. Just like you first start playing in your college, then you come to the Mysore city level cricket, then you come to the district level, then you play in the state level, then the country level, then international cricket. That takes hard work. And you require a coach, you require techniques. You require exposure. There's no theory book on the cricket. Okay, play the bat like this, 45 angle, 50 angle. What do you do? Alright, take the bat and go to the field, not sitting in the AC chamber. And okay, so 45 degree, a little 46 degree. What have I done? Sitting on the AC. From AC you're talking 46 degree, left cut, right cut. What do you do? Alright, go to the field, mama. And there are techniques, isn't it? So you require a coach. So like that. So we require, and that's what all the scriptures talk about. There are persons who are expert in dealing with the mind. So some revealing facts in India. This is from the NIMHANS, by the by. It's not my report. 36% Bangalore techies, psychiatric cases. 1 among 20 employees regularly consider suicide attempt. 28% constantly under strain. 300 of 900 men and women faced infertility problems. And the list is endless. This is a small slide. 36% of Bangalore techies have made. Okay, sorry. So, that's why we're always seeking holidays. Chutti. Let's take a quick look on the video. Play. So you got the message, right? So if you're exhausted, you want to end the exhaustion, right? Therefore you want a weekend or a relaxation. And you don't require, if you're enthused, if you're joyful, why do you want a break? So you go for a picnic, you go to some holidays to Bali, something like that. You don't die. You want to continue the holiday further, right? Because it's giving you joy. It's giving you rejuvenation. You're getting rejuvenated, so you want to continue it more. So something which is, to our life, to our joy, to our peace, you want more of that. But something which is very disturbing, which is very negative, takes our energy, mental energy, physical energy. We just want to end it. So nothing wrong with the people seek weekends. No, we work 24/7. Saturday, Sunday, in fact on holidays, festivals, we work more. We don't want a retirement plan at all. That's so designed our life. So you can also design. Everybody has the opportunity to design, and the Lord has given you wonderful tools. So, do you feel nervous and anxious in your life? Do you feel nervous? Do you feel anxious sometimes? It is natural. They're open to accept. Some of us may have some inhibition in accepting, but it's a fact. We feel nervous, we feel anxious. Do we worry about small petty things in our life? Maybe some of you might not, but most of us do worry. Even I also worry sometimes. That's the reality of life. In management or in understanding the mind, we say, first of all, acceptance. If you don't accept, you don't even move ahead. Just like you should accept that the car has got a problem. If you don't accept that the car is stand still, and still you deny, everything is perfect, everything is perfect, everything is perfect. The car doesn't move. The car doesn't move. Got the point? Now you may have some inhibition towards sharing with somebody because you lack trust. That's a major part in life. But it's quite difficult to invest our trust in somebody. For me to share. Because it's mostly exploited. Therefore we step back from sharing. No issues. You trust yourself. And you speak. You have a conversation with yourself. Then you analyze these points. You don't have to share with others, but seek solution. Don't remain with problem. Particularly in the mind, because mind is extremely powerful. Mind is extremely, we have no idea of the power of mind. If to talk about that, I require one more session on that, but I'm not going to that today. Mind is extremely powerful. It can even overpower intelligence. And you might have experienced many a times, you want to do something, and you know it is very important to do, yet you will get distracted. Why? I'm just saying, just in your context, nothing personal, because you're a student, therefore to make it more relevant. It could be in a person who is pursuing his profession also, or in family life, even a carpenter, even a driver, could be anybody, even a CEO. But I'm just making it relevant to you, because we have experienced, and we will be going through those situations now. As a student, that could be an exam day to tomorrow, or tomorrow morning. Classes are over by 3, and then you have seriously sat for study, but your friend comes to your hostel. It's fun to spend time with friend, right? So you thought, okay, 5-10 minutes, just a little, I'll relax. It will become 5 hours. That's how we spend time with friends. It's so nice, right? So 5 hours, it's gone. The crucial time is gone for your preparation. You see? So how the mind has diverted the intelligence, even without you knowing. Always postmortem only will happen. At the end we will realize it. After death only, we'll start doing postmortem. Why do that? Do it early. It's called preventive maintenance. After the accident happens, then everybody will come. Just like Everybody will come, oh, what happened? Why it happened? And then start analyzing. Hey, Baba, do preventive maintenance. Go to the unit, check all the parameters. Be prepared, isn't it? So like that. So I will have fun, but after the test. That's great. So you have best of both the lives. You perform your academics nicely, and then you have nice time with your friend also. So that's why this mind is very important. Without your knowledge, it is taken away. You're tired. Even though you're sad, that is the intelligence working. But the mind has overpowered the intelligence. Don't even realize. So, do you constantly feel tired and short of energy? That means your mind is getting exhausted. Your mind is getting exhausted. So if the answer is yes, if it is no, great. You have a great going. Be happy. You are blessed. But if not, meaning if these things are bothering you, the scope for controlling the mind is better. So how do we understand the mechanics of the mind? Is it a friend or an enemy? The mind is a friend or an enemy? What do you all think? Both. Why? Think.
Sir, if we have a control of our mind, it will become a friend.
Okay. And the converse. Very good. Give a good round of applause. So very deep thought. Yes, he's right. So if I say knife is good or bad, what will we say? Both. Why? Any student? Yes.
We use it to cut fruits here. It will be good, and if we kill the person, it may be bad.
Good. Good thought. Give a good round of applause. Yes. Yes. You can use it for cutting fruits. Also, you can use it for cutting somebody's stomach also. So, a doctor will use the same knife to save a person. But a murderer will use the same knife to take the life of the person. See? So, depends on the person uses. Therefore, it is said in the Bhagavad Gita. It is Sanskrit words, I will skip. For the student has made a very powerful point. I sincerely applaud him from my heart. Because this is one of the best thoughts presented in the Gita. For one who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. For one who has failed to do so, his very mind is the greatest enemy. So actually there is no friend in this, in this campus. We might have created friends, enemies. These are all simply illusion, bullshit. I'm telling you seriously, it's all bullshit. It's all a creation of the mind. Actually, everybody is a friend, nobody is an enemy. The mind is your enemy, actually, not an outside person. We can talk about that also. How? So, this is a beautiful example given the Upanishads to describe about position of the mind, where it stands. I was talking about the mechanics, the wheel, the brake, the steering. So this is very nicely portrayed in the Upanishads, Katha Upanishad. So, the chariot is compared to our body. The person sitting, represented as the soul, is actually me, the person, the passenger in the chariot. And the horses are the five senses. And the driver is the intelligence, and the reins is the mind. Now the chariot should run as per the dictation of the soul. Or the passenger. When you get an Ola cab, and you say, take me to Jayanagar. You take it to Jayanagar. If he says, no sir, I'll go to Vijayanagar, sir. Why do you want to go to Vijayanagar? I book for Jayanagar. No, I'll go to Vijayanagar. I book for Jayanagar. No, I'll go to Vijayanagar. So, what do you mean? And then he zooms the car towards Vijayanagar. And then drops in Vijayanagar. Now what are you supposed to do? Just watch. Isn't it? It can't happen like that, right? So that means the driver is taking the control. Many times it happens. May not be a Volvo cab. Sometimes it happens in the whole also. Into the destination, so many other conversations we're all familiar with anyway. So sometimes the drivers don't listen to us. So like that, the mind is subservient to the soul, me, the person. The intelligence is subservient to me. I should rule them. They are meant for me, to assist me. But they are dictating. If I want to study now, I should study. Why is we say, my mind is disturbing, sir. What do you mean? It's exactly like saying, Jayanagar, no Vijayanagar. Jayanagar, no Vijayanagar. Hell with him, get out of the car. And send a complaint note. That's how we should know how to take action. So that's a beautiful example depicted here. So to have a smooth ride, as far as the chariot exam is concerned, tame the horses, our life, regulate the senses. And then you got to train the driver to behave properly, to accommodate the interests of the passenger. It's not like that, but to strengthen the intelligence to control the mind. And the intelligence is directed by the soul, by good association. So methods of mind control, physical method, mental and spiritual. We have this asanas and all these things which we do to bring the mind, bring the body, keep it calm, composed. So we yogasana, we have pranayam, keeps the body fit and very active and energetic. We have some purificatory techniques which we are not going to today, and some sitting postures. So the mental methods are concerned, like they say, try to concentrate more, be more affirmative in your thoughts, do self-counseling, think positive, don't be negative, it's not going to work for me, it's not going to happen, I think I'm not going to get it, I'm not going to do it. Don't do a negative conversation with your mind. Do a positive conversation. Change the attitude. Your attitude for yourself. Attitude about yourself. Because it is said 77% of what we think goes negative and works against us. And 70% of the illnesses are self-induced as per psychologists. 75% of the illnesses are self-induced. So there are mental relaxation techniques which reduce the frequency of brain waves and keeps you cool and keeps the mind in a fit condition for productivity, not destructive activity. But nonetheless, all these methods are temporary, only spiritual methods are permanent. It is because the example is given. If there is a beaker of water filled with mud, you allow time, the mud settles down. But after some time, suppose you stir it, all the mud again rises up and mixes with the whole water, right? Exactly that all these physical mental techniques, although they can do good for a little time, in an opportune moment called stirring, or meaning in our life, a distraction, a small distraction, like your friend came, T20 series is going on today evening, and tomorrow morning is the semester exam. How can I miss T20? It's not going to come, India, Pakistan. That's more important. Test exam I can write next year also, right? Supplementary is there. But India, Pakistan are going to play again just for me. So how important it is to not miss the India-Pakistan match. You see? So one small distraction, all the mud races. So all these mental methods, count 1, 2, 3. After that, hit him. So it doesn't work. Maybe for the time being it's fine, but it doesn't work. Not a permanent solution. Spiritual method is something like this. The same beaker of water filled with mud, you keep it under a tap and open it fully. Let the fresh water flow into the beaker. Because of the force of the fresh water, all the muddy water comes out and then the beaker gets filled with fresh, clean, crystal clear water. Then after you close the tap and then the water is allowed to settle down, still it remains crystal clear. So spiritual method is something like to take out the dirt, from the source. Throw it off. The dirt of limitations, your perceptions, your negative attitudes, everything gets cleared off, you're rejuvenated. Just like you go, this naturopathy, they say 10-day panchakarma or rejuvenation, right? The whole toxin in the body is all taken out and then you become really energetic and healthy. Exactly like that. Spiritual methods work like that. So weak spiritual intelligence has resulted in uncontrolled minds. So one very powerful input to our body-mind system is knowledge and wisdom. Right books and right persons you should associate with. Your circle should be filled with eminent persons, meaningful persons, persons with insight, with purpose, with high values. Then they will also make you grow. Otherwise it's not good work. Because we require energy. We require external energy support. Positive energy. So you have to move with such people. If you move with people with negative energy, then it's very difficult to fight with your own strength. That's why you have to read. It's very important to read. Thought-provoking books, good books. Scientists Dana and Ian has claimed that SQ, spiritual quotient, is our ultimate intelligence. The man who does not read good books has no advantage over the man who cannot read them. Mark me. Got the point? I don't know to read, therefore I don't read. But I know to read, I don't read. No, what is the difference between both these people? It's all the same. We must read. So enhanced SQ helps us purify our mind and strengthen our intelligence. So I have described this activity. Another powerful way, I was talking about that fresh water entering the beaker. That's an activity. Exactly that. Now we have to allow input fresh energy, good thoughts, enlightening thoughts, good inputs. People who can charge us in the right way, not in the wrong way. And they can be short circuit, right? Electrical connection, with wonderful lighting, wonderful AC. Wrong connection, fire also possible, right? Short circuiting, exactly like that. So right association very important. So how do we do that? So that's called mantra technique. That which controls the mind is called mantra. Manaha iti trayate iti mantraha. So that which delivers you from the limitations of your mind is called mantra. So scientific evidence of chanting mantra. Mantra is a repeated phrase repeated again and again with attention on that phrase. Generally it is God's name, which is the most powerful way of taming the mind. And I've seen that across the world it works. Even physioacoustic therapy is being conducted, and then it is proved that it's reduced anxiety, it controls depression, brings down insomnia. The benefits of mantra meditation, chanting God's name, is the most powerful technique. So it is said that in one study, for 20 minutes a day of sound meditation technique brings about profound changes in blood pressure, stress handling ability, immune response, feelings of well-being. The neuroacoustic scientist, Dr. Jeffrey. So something we knew long back. There's a big book, almost about 600 pages book on this research work. How mantra meditation, sound meditation, can bring about startling results in unearthing your mind power and rejuvenating yourself. So therefore, good association, good books, well-meaning books, spiritual literatures like Bhagavad Gita, many other good literatures are there which can put you on track, and mantra meditation, and people who are well-meaning, people with values can drive your life. That's why I said, either you are expert or you go to a mechanic who can set right your car. So either you are great in dealing your mind your intelligence, or you go to an expert who can handle your mind for you and give you the techniques and train you. Mind coach. So that's what we are attempting from the ISKCON movement to help all the fellow dear students to achieve all their potentials. Nobody is less, nobody is more. All are equally blessed, wonderful potentials. Just that we should know to use the tools. So therefore we request you sincerely to read good thought-provoking books. We have some displayed outside the hall, and we have many sessions. I think one of our students will talk about that, the further sessions which we have to enlighten you and to energize you and to put you on the right track so that you really achieve your dreams. And then do this mantra meditation, chanting God's name. Maybe a Christian, Muslim, that doesn't make a difference. But then connecting with God, the superpower, makes a very big difference because you are drawing energy from the superpower. From where, it's like a station. Where it is, you draw from there. As simple as that. Okay, thank you so much for your kind hearing. If you have any comments or queries, one or two I can take. Then I will ask it out. Yes. Okay. This working? I'm sorry, I don't have much time. After the session, we can spend more time individually. Maybe one or two questions I will take because my colleague has something to share, something more interesting to share after me. Yes, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sir, you explained wonderfully about mind. Fantastic. In fact, you talk more. And but what about heart?
Good.
Sir,
So, heart is the sitting place of the mind.
Sir, sometimes what mind accepts, na, that heart cannot accept.
No, you are wrong. You are not understood the mechanics. You are mixing up steering and wheel and all these things. Okay, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. So, the heart is the seat. Okay, the mind is the action form. So heart and mind actually correlated. Actually, it is the other way around. Let me rephrase it to assist you. What your intelligence says, the mind doesn't accept. This is the right way to put it. What the brain says, your mind is not accepting. Mind not accepting means your heart is not accepting. Your heart is the mind. So what the intelligence is saying, by objectivity, by analysis, this is not okay, what are you doing, but the heart is not accepting. Or other way around, conversely also. Sometimes I know it is right, I am not doing. Sometimes I know it is wrong, I am still doing it. So that is in the heart level that emotions are going through. Heart is physical, mind is subtle. For every gross thing there is an unseen subtle counterpart.
Sir, one last.
Hope you have understood. So it is the intelligence which is telling you, no, don't do this. But still, the mind wants to do it. Just like the same thing, tomorrow a test is there. Your intelligence told, but your mind is saying, that's our fun. Yeah.
Sir, how to control and limit our desires? Tell anything except the path of spirituality.
So, desires cannot be controlled because it is nature of the mind to desire. It can only be channelized properly.
Limit. Limit.
You can't limit it.
That also.
You can't. Because the function of the mind is to produce desires. The function of the mind is to produce desires. You only can have positive desires. It can be channelized properly. You cannot make it zero.
How to do the channel?
So you have to move with well-meaning people. People with energy, people with high values who want to achieve something in life. You move with them, you get that vibration. It is actually borrowing energy. That's what I said. You have to move with people who have those right values. That's why you come to the college. Why? You are already doing that. So that the professor will give you the right value and inspire you. So move with such people, well-meaning people. Yeah. So thank you so much for the time. Sorry for the extra time which I had taken, and sorry for the delay for my coming to this session. I got stuck with some other work. I apologize for that. Thank you.
Good that we have a very enlightening session. I convey my deepest sincere gratitude to His Grace Karunya Sagar Prabhu for giving this wonderful enlightening sessions for all of us on how we can able to control the mind, how we can channelize our desires to a proper progress. By saying this, since we are having limited amount of time, one thing we can understand in the last session, I hope you are also getting it, that to increase the beauty, external beauty and the beauty of life, we have to apply the makeup not externally but internally by creating a better association, practicing and much many things through habits. In regards to that, Prabhu has also mentioned something known as spiritual quotient. See, we are all aware of intelligent quotient, right? You're all engineers. So from today, for the next couple of years, for the next journey, you are going to attend interviews, get into companies where people will ask you about what kind of IQ you are having, how knowledgeable you are. See, being a founder myself, we see so many people are having good amount of IQ. But when we are going to put that IQ to interact with 3 to 4 people, to build some projects, to manage, they fail. Why? Because as people are asking questions, they don't know how to actually channelize and manage the knowledge they have acquired. For that, what is going to help is something known as not only IQ, but to facilitate the IQ in the right way, we have something known as spiritual quotient. So since you're all starting right now, you're the induction program, in the journey of you becoming the best version of yourself in this college, in the student life and as well as in the professional life, it is very much necessary for you and as well as all of you to understand on what level your SQ is as of now, right? See, to improve, you have to know where it is. So on regard to that, we are having a very simple 15 set of questions. Our volunteers are going to give you a sheet where you have to tick mark the options by reading the questions genuinely. You know, you actually answer them to know where actually your SQ is as of now. And you will see in the forum, by the end, you will be having an opportunity, if you are going to tick mark and check box to show the interest to learn more about this, as Prabhu was saying, to increase the association for a better progress, you can even share your feedback. And the beauty is not about writing the test. Come on, the beauty is the people who are going to qualify there, who are going to answer it efficiently, the people who qualify there by showing interest in that checkbox as well, will have a great opportunity to have one more session which is lined up for you. Because see, everybody are having questions to understand mind control and many other things, right? We have to understand how to face the challenges. So the lined up session is nothing but facing challenges the Bhagavad Gita way. A scripture has written over 5,000 years ago. So to get eligibility for that particular session, should have to get eligibility here through SQ test by showing the interest there in the forum, and you will be even selecting the top 5 people who will select there to appreciate your effort with surprising gifts. So all of you can go through, answer it really well. And to all the people who are watching it online, our volunteers are going to be there distributing the SQ test paper to you as well. So please go through it, answer it. The same opportunity you are also having by getting the eligibility and as well as showing the interest. You will get the lined up session as well. So all of you start filling by writing your correct WhatsApp number with your name, so that once you get eligible, we will be able to contact you back. If somebody is not having the pen, like you are not having as of now, is there any student like that? Can raise the hand. Very good. Okay. I request the students who are doing research on the paper not to watch but to fill. Come on. Fill it little sooner, like read the questions, choose the answer out of 4 options. All the people who are completed, I request them to be seated for the next 2 minutes, please. We will collect the paper. So those who have completed, I request not to move for the next 2 minutes, please.
Offering my pranams, Hare Krishna, offering my pranams to all the enlightened souls, our Sone Swamiji, Deshikendra Swamiji. It's my privilege to render my vote of thanks to Swami Karunya Sagar Das and Swami Sanak Kumar Das for giving such a wonderful speech on how to control mind, the right art of mind control. He started with what is mind and the relevance of time, the importance of time and tide, wait for none. And he gave the actual performer like thoughts, what are thoughts, what's your mind, thoughts becomes words, words become actions, and action becomes habits, and habits will shape your character or personality, and that will lead to a destiny of life. And you are the one who can script your destiny and your character. So how to build your character, what you have to do, and how it will lead to destiny of life, what will be your destiny. So you have to script your destiny yourself by building a good character. And he also taught about the methods to control the mind. So the three methods broadly he classified as the physical methods, mental methods, and the spiritual methods. Of all these methods, the spiritual one he considered as the best method, and he gave the example of the water, which like mud in that, how to take out the mud, how to make the water crystal clear. You open the tap, the very good flow rate, it will spill out all the mud. That's how by spirituality or by spiritual chanting. And one more thing is reading books, good type of books, the knowledge and wisdom what you input. So due to those input, you can take out all your toxins or bad thoughts out of your mind, and you can build a good character, good personality, and that will lead to a good destiny of life. So thank you, Swami Karunya Sagar Das and Sanakom Kumar Das, for giving such a wonderful speech, how to control your mind, and which is very much essential for the young people who are in their teens and who are going to complete their degree or entering our college. So heartfully I thank you both on behalf of our college and our institution, JS Science and Technology University. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you one and all.
We also convey our deepest sincere gratitudes to JCE management and as well as all the teachers and all the organizers who have given us the opportunity and made this session possible to reach out to all the students here who are watching online and as well as present here offline. And for all the further information, like for example in our Jayanagar Center every single Sunday they are going to have sessions on like how to build confidence, how to actually increase the concentration, focus, how to manage yourself, and so many other sessions are going to happen every Sunday. So for further information you can visit our volunteers in the outer desk, and you have to hand over the paper, the test paper out there to them only when you are taking it. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
One announcement. So batch 2, as per the Sutur visit, batch 2 will have cultural activity here itself at 2:45 you can assemble here. Other batch 3 of Sutur visit, you will have campus walk. Okay? You also assemble here. All group 4 people can assemble here. We will inform you. We will give the instruction. Okay? Now you can give out the forms which you have filled when you are moving. Have lunch and come back by 2:45. Okay? Thank you.